So I am probably in a migraine right now, or I'm about to have one. My vision's all messed up, and I can tell like I'm gonna have that aura sweep across my visual field in a bit. So if I'm acting off in this video, that's why. But I just wanted to mention reactions on this channel. Reactions. It is the bread and butter of YouTube. I've mentioned this before. It is the bread and butter of all mainstream media. It's how they get your attention. Drama. Drama cannot exist without reaction. You need reaction to create drama. Drama is wasteful. Reactions are wasteful. So what we're seeing now is the news finds something salacious. It reacts to it, puts it on the news for everyone else to worry about. And then people take that and they put that on their wherever, Facebook or whatever, YouTube, they make a YouTube video about it. They're reacting to it, right? So the news takes it and reacts to it, and then people see that, and then they react to it by putting it on their Facebook or YouTube. And then other people comment on those Facebook posts or YouTube videos. And so the people are reacting to the reactions of the reactions that don't concern them. It has nothing to do with your life. And if it did have something to do with your life, you'd already know about it, so there'd be no reason to watch it. So I find this extremely wasteful and not useful now. I've made a few reaction videos on my channel. I tried to keep it as few as possible. The reason I did these videos is because each of them were very specific, and they showed, I think, a piece of my opinion in each of these videos that I did. And they're the most popular videos on my channel, by the way. Some of them have over 30,000 views. If I were smart and wanted to make a career out of YouTube and wanted my life to go nowhere and gain no actual skill and have no real benefit to the world, I could do that. I could do that for years to come. And I would make a lot of money, and I would have more subscribers, and people would like the content, actually. But it's wasteful. It's not useful. I urge you to stop watching these types of things. And again, I did these because I wanted to show a piece of my opinion on topics. And now I'm done. I don't do them anymore. And there's a reason for that, because I do find them wasteful, especially past a certain point. Really, in general, I find them wasteful, but I did want to share my opinion, and I felt like that was a good format to do that in. But still, I find even my videos kind of wasteful. At least the reaction videos. So, I'm not here to tell you to stop. I'm not here to dictate your life. It's never been what my channel's about. It's never been what I'm about. If you go back even into my ones where I talk about trans issues, I don't tell people everyone needs to stop transitioning. That has to occur. No, I just tell them the reasons they should. I show them why it's medically unsafe. I show them why it's philosophically inconsistent. I show them why it's logically inconsistent. All sorts of things. And I tell them that, you probably should. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to control behavior. The only thing I want to happen is for doctors to stop hurting people, specifically mentally ill people. And stop being able to prescribe things that hurt patients in general. That's what I want. But if someone wants to go up on the black market or wherever to China and buy their stuff from there and harm their body, I'm not going to stop them. It's just not in my philosophy, my personal philosophy, to forcibly stop someone from doing something, or even really advise them that stopping is something they need to do. Sometimes I urge them to, by using the word should, but that's as far as I go. I don't say they have to or they need to or anything like that. And in the same vein, yeah, I'm not going to tell you to stop watching these, but I think you should. Because they're not useful, and because we should want to be useful, at least to ourselves, if not the rest of the world. So, if you're like me, and you do want to stop watching these, or really, if you want to change your behavior in any way, if you want to change any habit, don't force yourself. Because if you're like me, you're going to revert back into these habits again and again. And you're going to be like, at a certain point, you're going to be like, whatever. Life is, let's just enjoy life. I can't stop doing this. You actually can stop, but you're not going to stop by forcing yourself to stop. Willpower it's just not going to work like that forever. You're going to have some breaking point. What can help you stop is mindfulness, being aware, seeing more clearly. When you see clearly enough, there will be no desire, because you'll know it's useless. You'll know it's not even entertaining at a certain point. There's no benefit to you. And so you just won't watch these things. You just won't do it. So there's no force. There's no need for force. Now, mindfulness comes from all sorts of things. You're not going to meditate, I assume, so I'm not going to recommend that to you. What I would recommend is just thinking, because you can gain some awareness, at least through just thinking, in my opinion. So, just contemplating the utility of reaction, but also the consequence of reaction, especially as it relates to anxiety, drama, fear, things that we don't want in our life. And what you'll find is, it almost exclusively follows that when you react, or you watch reactions and react to those reactions, you are really allowing yourself to be controlled. This is what you're gonna, if you think about it long enough, or if you become aware of it enough, you'll find this on your own. But I'm just giving you the answer right now. You are allowing the external to control you. That's what a reaction is, right? To an extent. There are reactions you can have to your internal self as well, but we're not so concerned with that. We're more concerned with reacting to the external. And so you're reacting to the news, it's external. You're reacting to YouTube videos, it's external. Facebook posts, external. Television shows, whatever. It's all external. Twitter arguments, whatever. It's all outside of yourself. You're reacting to all this outside of yourself. And you're allowing others to control you. Even if you oppose them, even if you're arguing with them, you're allowing them to control you. Even if you disagree or you're trying to make your opinion known, you're allowing that reaction to force you into that interaction, whether it's a comment or whatever. And it's not beneficial to you or the world. It really isn't when you really think about it. Does it actually serve your purpose to argue with people on Twitter? Does it actually serve your purpose to comment on these YouTube videos? Does it serve your purpose to watch these? No. It just feels like it does. It's a self-deluding tactic, actually. If you want to further your cause, go out, do something you know will further it. Don't watch these reaction videos. Don't partake in mainstream media and social media. These aren't doing anything. That's my opinion, and it's my advice. And in doing this, you gain your life back because you're not controlled by the external anymore. You're not controlled by the news or by whatever drama is occurring in whatever reaction video. You're no longer controlled by that. And so you have more control over your actual life, as opposed to the external having control over your life. And when you see how this can benefit you in society to have more control over your life, then you're going to just stop watching these naturally. For instance, instead of watching a video, you could do some exercises. Can benefit your health, but also can benefit society. Making you healthier can then allow you to do whatever it is you need to go out and do better because you're healthier. And so there are many things that aren't directly like, okay, get outside and start doing things. It doesn't always have to be like that. It could be something as simple as go eat a healthy meal instead, or go clean some part of your house, or, feed your pet, or whatever it is. Instead of watching that video, you can do so many things even just inside that are beneficial to you and therefore society, if you are going to then help society. And you will, if you're this thoughtful or aware. You eventually will, or at least you'll try to. Who knows if you'll be successful? That's not really that important. It's the intention that matters. So yeah, that is my take on it. Reactions and everything. It's why I don't do reaction videos anymore, despite them being the most popular format on YouTube, and despite really, I mean, almost every big YouTuber does these to some extent. They react to something, often other videos or other content. I'm going to use the word circle jerk because that's what it is, and this is why they do it. I mean, if you get in an argument with someone and they get an argument back with you, and you're both big creators, that is big money, because both your audiences are going to want to see both of these, and so you're both increasing your viewership by like 50% by making your audiences as angry at the other person as is physically possible, and you both know this, and so you both are like, okay, let's shake hands and let's battle, and people love it. And this sort of blood sport mentality, it gets big audiences, it gets very dedicated viewers because you have an ideology behind it, and it's no way to continue going through life. I can't do it anymore, and I urge you not to as well. And I urge you to look at your life and see where there is reaction and drama. You know, just the other day, let me look at my phone real quick. Just the other day, my dad sent me a text. Let me see where it is. Let's see what he said. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, harvest from my garden. And then he showed me this, you can't really see it because of the, here, let me, well, yeah, well, maybe I can get it closer. It's just a bunch of like vegetables and stuff, you know, stuff from his garden. And he sent me this, and I was like, this is really cool. You know, I like plants. I like organic, personally grown plants. I like this. This is really cool. And I was admiring this and reacting to it. And I was thinking to myself, why would he send me this picture? I know I'm psychopathic, I apologize, but just follow me for a second. I was like, why would he send me this? Think about it. If I didn't send anything back every time he sent something, he would stop sending me things. Be like, well, geez, man, come on. Say something. Do something. React. I want you to react. That's why he sent it. Now, he doesn't probably know this. It's not intentional. But when he sent this, he really wanted me to say exactly what I did, which is something about it, right? My opinion on it, maybe. Or he just wanted me to see it and have some, you know, you're going to have some reaction to it. And he often probably wants to hear my reaction. And he often likes my reactions. He likes the interactions we have. And I do too sometimes. It's fun, right? It's validating. It's all sorts of things. But in total, it's not super useful. Now, he is a family member, and it's literally my life that I'm reacting to because he's a family member. So it's a little different, but overall not much different. But it is a little different. And so I did react, even knowing that it's probably not very useful to either of our lives to be doing this. But I humor him because he's not as insane as I am, and so I try to have somewhat normal interactions with my family. I try not to bring them in too often into my mind. But, and that's just compassion and the fact that I want some connection with my family because I will drive them insane otherwise. But let's be real. Let's be real. If I didn't react, he'd stop sending them to me. So he is wanting my reaction, even if he isn't doing so intentionally. And is that okay? Sure. It's okay for him to want my reaction. I have nothing against his desires. But in a way, it is a bit controlling. You could say that. It's attempting to control my life for a moment. And I allowed him that control. It's something you can do. When you're aware of it, at least it's okay to allow that. As long as you're aware. And you understand the consequences. And perhaps the unwholesome behavior that can arise if it gets out of hand. And really I'm talking about it getting out of hand. Because some people are making hundreds of videos. All they do is just react and react and react. These creators are out of their minds. They're out of their minds. I can tell you as someone who's reacted, they are being driven crazy by this. They may not realize it, but you can't just wake up and go, okay, what am I going to react to today? Let me find a good video. Let me find some content. Okay, here's some news articles. Here's some salacious thing that happened. Okay, how am I going to frame this? Okay, here's how I'm going to frame it in my ideology that'll make it fit into a way my viewers will like it and share it, right? This will drive you insane. It is literally externalizing every thought into your viewers, into your subscribers, into your news articles. Everything is outside of you. How can I control everything? How can I react and cause others to react to my reactions? How can I control everything? By externalizing my whole self. I pity these people, honestly. I really do. And perhaps they pity me as well in some ways. And so, you know, I don't pity them because they're lesser. I pity them because they're losing their life, probably for money. And I think we can all relate to that to some extent. But it's not how I'd want to go through life, so I've stopped. I don't know, this video is getting a little long at this point for this topic, although it's important. I really think this is a very important topic for this time in society. It's getting out of control. Too many people are making YouTube channels that are just reacting to things, and too many people appreciate those channels. And what is this video? Let's be real. It's technically me reacting to people's overreaction. People are reacting too much to reactions of reactions of reactions, and so I'm reacting to it by making this video, you could say. But the point of the video is that we stop doing this. So that is why I've allowed myself to talk about it, because I want it to stop. I want people to be more efficient, use their time for better things. So for that reason, I'm ending the video now. Take care, and hope you're all doing well.